Hello and thank you for clicking on my channel. Today I want to talk about an animated movie, Turning Red. This movie is produced by Pixar and distributed by Walt Disney. Like many great movies, I already made a list about those movies. You can check it out. We have movies like Monsters Inc. and Inside Out, which were produced by Pixar and released by Disney. Anyways, let's talk about Turning Red. As far as the actors of this movie, the only famous actors who talk in this movie are Sandra Oh and James Hong, and the rest are not that famous. The plot of the movie is that we follow a schoolgirl whose name is Mei Lin, and she and her family are immigrants. They're from China, but they have not separated themselves from their religion and their rituals. When Mei Lin has a crush on a boy and it shows that she is becoming a grown-up, all of a sudden when her mother finds out and she is embarrassed, when she sleeps and the next day she wakes up, she is now a red panda. I don't want to talk a lot about this movie like my other podcasts. I will keep it short. For example, I'm not gonna say what I liked and disliked, but there's something about Pixar which always makes things that they create lovely. I don't know what is it. Maybe the characters, maybe the design, maybe the story. But if you think about the animations that Pixar made in the last couple of years, for example, Inside Out, Soul, or Monsters Inc., you see a soul, you see something lovely in those movies. And it is always something that Pixar does. But I don't know what happened in this movie for me. I really enjoyed it. I really had a good time. But I don't know, maybe I'm growing old. Maybe I don't want to watch animations anymore. But this movie was really forgettable for me. Although I said I had a good time, I enjoyed it, there is something that was missing from this movie. For example, this movie did not have a villain. I mean, this is actually not a bad thing to show that, okay, there are not actual villains in the world, there are just people, but people can be villains. If you think about the early works of Pixar, if you think about Incredibles, which is one of my top 3 animations of all time, it's just one of my favorites, we had a villain, we had a super villain. If you think about Monsters Inc., we had Randall, we had a villain. But in recent years, there is something that is missing from these animations. If you don't want to have a villain, you should have a script like Wall-E or even Soul. But this movie did not have the potential to not have a villain. And the other thing is that I don't know why I felt like that Studio B of Pixar made this movie. I mean, they had an idea, they just created something and just released it. This Pixar movie did not feel really big for me, although it was really big when I searched it, but it felt really shallow. I did enjoy this animation more than Minions or Luck or even The Sea Beast, but I don't know what happened these days with these animations that I think that the soul of these animations are missing. And I will not remember this movie in a couple of days even.
Who knows what's up?
And yeah, that's it. That's my thoughts about the movie Turning Red. Did you get a chance to watch this animation and what were your thoughts about it? If you have anything to say and add, don't hesitate to comment down below and let me know. And as always, thanks. Bye.